The Kool Hit Sports Network proudly presents Kentucky High School Volleyball on Kool TV. Now let's go courtside for the pregame show on Kool TV. And a pleasant good evening from East Carter High School as we welcome you into the pregame show as the Raiders welcome in the Ashland Volley Cats here on this Monday evening. Good evening, everyone. James Carter, happy to have you along with us here tonight. Ashland 11-0, a perfect run through the 16th region on the season, as well as their opponents that they have faced thus far, 11 up, 11 down. For East Carter, 8-6, but have gotten things rolling after a slow start to the season. They've come in winners of their last three over Fairview, Menifee County, and Morgan County last time out on Thursday. Straight sets wins over the Wildcats and the Cougars. For Ashland, they played at home in a three-team round robin with Cabell, Midland, Pikeville, and Huntington, winning the sets against Midland and Huntington in straight sets. 2-1 win over Pikeville and come from behind fashion after falling in set number one. Should be a dandy here this evening. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll preview the matchup, get you ready for first serve. East Carter and Ashland after this on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pub and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations, and they carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
Back here in Grayson as Ashland and East Carter get things going through their pregame routines. About 5.5 minutes to go as we take a look at the statistics through the season thus far. Leading the Kittens up front, Olivia Wiley and Mina Pittman. Wiley with 115 kills, Pittman with 106. 3 big blocks at the net, though. Sydney Mertz, she'll work as a lefty. She leads the team with 16. Gabby Carley has 15. Sadie Chaffins, who also works up front, has 10. Grace Clark drives the offensive attack for what this Volley Cats team will do. She works as the setter. Also leads the team in assists with 24, aces with 24. Caroline Lohman steps in there with 17. Ashland with 80 aces on the season. For the home team on the scoreboard, these Carter Raiders, Hallie Bush up front, 85 kills. Emma Berry with 58. Not a significant block that they throw up there. Brianna Birch leads the way with 9. She's got 9 of the 13. But Raiders serve it extremely well. 133 total aces on the season. Bush leads that with 37. Kaylee Rogers with 26. Then Emma Berry, Brianna Burchett, and Avery Giles all with 20+. So that will be one of the biggest keys tonight for the Raiders is service and trying to keep Ashland out of system, because this is a team that it gets in system and things happen in big quantities. They've got so many ways that they attack from the pipe and the pins. And the more important thing is that you've got to watch with Grace Clark up close, because she'll go on, too, with that ninja kill, and she just seemingly knows where that hole in the defense is and can find it with ease. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll get you ready for first serve. East Carter and Ashland after this on Kool TV.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Oliveville, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. The Greenup County Public Library system is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Back here in Grayson as we get you set for pregame as East Carter and Ashland ready to square things off here in just a few moments. Taking a look at the Raiders' upcoming schedule. They go to Lewis on Thursday night. We'll have the call on that game right here on Kool TV. Menifee County next Monday, followed with Rowan County here. Both of those games on Kool TV. They go to Fairview on the 24th. At Boyd County on the 26th, and then they'll close things out in October with 3 games here at home. Holy Family, Morgan County, and Race on all those games on Kool TV. Yeah, the Raiders not been at home very often. Just a couple of games kind of here and there. And then gets the latter part of its schedule coming up on the home court. Up next for Ashland, they'll go to Fairview tomorrow night. Then Monday night down at the Greenhouse with Greenup. To South Point next Thursday. They've got Russell at home on the 24th. Then they go to Shelby Valley on the 28th. The game with Greenup, on Monday is actually at Ashland. Then they go to Greenup on October 1st. Boyd County at home on the 3rd. They have Wayne on October 8th. Fairview on the 10th. Then 3 games on the road at, actually only 2 of those are double listed here. Lafayette and Lexington on the 11th and 12th, and then they'll close things out with Wayne, West Virginia, and Shelby Valley on the 17th and 19th of October at home. We'll step aside for a break for the national anthem. When we return, we'll play some volleyball. That's when we continue here on Kool TV.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter what species of fish you are targeting, Border Sporting Goods has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders also has baits in every size and style with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
The Electric Plant Board of the City of Vanceburg has been serving the needs of the community since 1939 and is dedicated to maintaining reliable utility service for its customers. Their employees are active members of the community and take pride in serving their neighbors and friends. The utility board encourages their customers to use their convenient online bill pay or phone payment service located on the back of their bill. They remind everyone to call 811 before you dig, even for small jobs, to prevent hitting buried utility line. And they wish all the teams the best of luck this season.
At Papa John's, get an extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. Hand stretch, mouth watering, get that ooey gooey cheese. 8 extra large slices, hold it and fold it. It's an extra large, bigger is better, more for your money New York style pizza. Better ingredients, better pizza, better get you some cheesy, saucy, tossy Papa John's. Get an extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. Papa John's.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today. That's Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Other restrictions may apply.
Back here at East Carter High School as the visitors on the scoreboard, the Ashland Volley Cats being announced. White tops with the black bottoms. Now East Carter in the powder blue tops outlined in the navy blue and red. Raiders across the chest with the red numerals on the front and the back. Head coach for the Kittens, Jason Clark. Jennifer Clark for the Raiders. Do not believe there's any relation there that I know of. If it's your first time with us here on Kool TV, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you see something you like. Hit that little bell each time we put out new material here on the channel. It'll alert you on your mobile device. About the midpoint of the season for most teams. Ashland at 11-0, East Carter 8-6. Districts will start up latter end part of next month, and October 19th is when the final Saturday before districts start up on that following Monday. So roughly about 5.5-ish or so weeks of season left. So it appears that East Carter will serve to start things off. Hallie Bush on the service line. Ready to get things going here. Wearing the libero jersey for the Raiders tonight will be Maddie Williams. She is off the floor. It is red-white top and bottom. And then for the Kittens is Carly Sperry, number 23. She'll wear the maroon top. So our officials making certain that the rotations are set, and we are ready for volleyball here tonight on this Monday here in Grayson. Raiders will serve it right to left as you see it on the screen, the same as I. Here high atop the gymnasium at East Carter High School. Bush the service is away, off we go. Here's Clark up front. Takes it off with a big swing and through the double block attempt for the point. That was Olivia Wiley. And Ashland grabs an early 1-0 lead. And an ace drops in for the Kittens. So Clark back after it. Here's Clark near side. Tip over by Wiley. Key steps 2 on the back row. Clark back up front. Comes near side. Mertz on that big left-handed swing from the right pin. Here's Burchett. Blocked at the net. Look at it on your Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. 3-0 Ashland. Raiders scrambling. Pops that one across. Clark on the receive. A big swing goes right down this near sideline. As that was Sadie Chaffins with the point. So 4-0 Ashland out early. Near side to Keys. Goes to the back corner. Sperry lofts it up front. There's Wiley, bumps it across. Burchett down the pipe. Chafin had it there, but they're going to say she was into the net. So the point for East Carter. They side out, and they trail at 4-1. Sperry on the back row. Clark picks it up right at the net. Wiley goes back row. And Rogers can't control it, and the point goes back to Ashland. Olivia Wiley with the service, floating service to the back row. Rogers brings it near side to Keys. There's Pittman. Pittman on a free ball, just gets it across. Diving save from Bush on the back row. Now Keys. Clark back up front, leaves it for Sadie Chaffins, who fires a dart right down Broadway. And Ashland leads it 6-1. Raiders trying to pick this one up out of the net. Nice job there by Keys as she flips it across with the left hand and just crawls it across the tape. They'll come back to Keys on the near side. And then she swings and sends that one out of bounds. Point Ashland, 7-1, they lead it. There's Bush with a big swing from the back row. Sperry up front. Pittman will toss it across. Rogers up front. Here's Burchett down the pipe. Floats it across with a sweet little touch. And picks up the kill. Again, it's not how hard you hit it, it's how you can place it with that hit. Sometimes it's good to go with those big fancy kills, and just like that right there was what I was talking about. When Clark sees that opening, it's like she has a sixth sense sometimes, and she just drops it in that soft spot of the zone. So Sperry and Chafin's out. In now is Greer Lehman to do the service work. Defensive specialist for Ashland. Sophomore from that back row. Good service to the back row now. Rogers up front. She'll go out to Keys on the far side pin. She goes cross court, but it's out. Great idea there. Just could not keep it in as it lands right in front of Ashland head coach Jason Clark. 9-2 Ashland leads it. Back underway we go. Bush. Greer brings it back into the middle. Clark on a free ball. And then that one into the net. So Raiders side out. 9-3, they trail it here in set one. So Hannah Keys. Good service down that far sideline. Clark. Mertz with a big swing. And she sends that one off with a basketball goal. And Ashland makes it 10-3 here in set number one. So Aniston Mertz with the service now, and she's going to pick up an ace. Burchett lifts it back up front. Free ball by the Raiders. Clark up front. Back to Pittman and through the point, or off the pin, through the block, for the point. And she picks up her first kill of the match. 12-3 Ashland here in set one. Deep service, and that one's out of bounds. Here comes Chaffins back in, and Sperry back on as well. Back for the Raiders to do the service work is Avery Giles, one of the seniors. Left-handed service, floating service to the back row. Clark scrambling, touches it across on 2. Rogers brings it back over to the near side. Clark back to Pittman with a big swing and a point. (13-4), Ashland in front. Carly with a tip at the net. Just found that one floating right at the face of the net and just with the fingertips touch it across. So a 10-point lead for Ashland here in set 1. And a diving service that falls right in for the ace. As Pittman picks up the ace and makes it 15-4. Another good serve. Rogers. Quick touch there by the Raiders' Emma Berry. And then trying to go into the net was Mertz. Doesn't get it across. So point side out East Carter. They're down 10. And it's Berry back for the service work. Senior puts it in play, and it's an ace. Beautiful serve there. And that top spin right as it came across the net and just dove straight downward. There's Clark. Back off to Wiley. Wiley through the double block. Near side Bush. Big swing, back row too stiff. Side out Ashland. Leads back to 10. And the libero of Carly Sperry. Floating service to the back row. And then right there is Sadie Chaffins, who just jumps up and tips it right back down. And that one's out of bounds. (17-7). Service for the Raiders. Hallie Bush back on the service line. So Raiders made one rotation through now. Good service, back row, and that's an ace. Split the defenders on the back row that kind of looked at each other thinking the other was going to take it. Neither did, and it plays down for a point. Great service there by Hallie. Another good service, make it back-to-back. Take a look at this one. Right off in front of Pittman. And then loses that one out of bounds, too stiff. So now full rotation through for Ashland as Grace Clark goes back to the line. There's Rogers near side to Keys. Keys goes far sideline. There's Wiley. They'll go right back to her on the far pin, and she drives it home for the point. Pushes the lead back to 10. Here comes Elise Markamon, freshman, replacing Sadie Chaffins. Keys on a free ball. Clark brings it near side. Mertz tips it with the right hand. Beautiful tip. Joust at the net. And Ashland picks up the point. (22-9). And that service goes out of bounds. That was Caroline Lohman. And she serves it wide, makes it 20-10. So now Kaylee Rogers. Near side Wiley into the block and drops in for the point. Wiley back to work. Here's Keys with a tip across. Lohman picks it out. Mertz with the left hand. Ball right back up. Raiders can't play it down, and it goes home for a point. As Elise Markham finishes at the net. (22-10), Ashland in front here in set one. Now Abigail Hall, senior, trying to kip that one into the net, just a little bit too short. Now Brianna Burchett, good service. Lohman goes back off to the far side. Giles lifts it across, deep back row and sends it out of bounds. (23-11). Gabby Carley returning. So does Sadie Chaffins as she'll go to the service line. And East Carter's libero of Maddie Williams is back in for Burchett. Chaffins down the near side. They'll leave it near side as Giles goes up, blocked to the net. Raiders play it up. Great save there by Bush. Lohman. Near side Mertz to the back row. Ball left up. Here's Giles on the far pin. Big swing, puts it down for the point. That was Melanie Kelly. And that makes it set point for Ashland. And Chaffins hits that one off the side of her hand. As soon as she hit it, she's like, oh my God. So still set point for Ashland. East Carter will be in service. And the sophomore of Hannah Keys. Here's Mertz. Fires it across. Free ball by the Raiders. Nice job there by the Kittens to keep that one alive. And an error up front on the Raiders sends set number one in the favor of the visiting Kittens of Ashland. Set two when we return after this here on Kool TV.
Osmond Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmondpharmacy.com. Osmond Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osmond Pharmacy and Grill today. Osmond Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Miller Insurance Agency began serving the insurance needs of Northeast Kentucky in 1967. Since then, the agency has prospered by providing valuable insurance protection to our community. As your independent insurance agent, we're not tied to one company. Rather, we compare different carriers, finding the best price. Call or stop by today to compare your coverages. Remember, your independent agent serves you first. Find us online at millerins.net or stop by Miller Insurance, 210 South Carroll Mall Boulevard in Grayson. Check out Dyer's Big Sandy in Grayson for great prices on home appliances like washers and dryers, ranges and dishwashers. See our giant selection of living room suites, bedroom suites, recliners, mattresses, and electronics, including TVs and speakers. Visit our showroom at 506 Carroll Malone Boulevard in Grayson. You'll find the best prices and the best selection for every room of your home. And Dyer's has all the top brands in bedding: Tempur-Pedic, Purple, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Beauty Rest. Dyer's Big Sandy, 506 Carroll Malone Boulevard in Grayson.
Not only is State Senator Robin Webb proud to support and congratulate our youth in all their endeavors in and out of the classroom, but your State Senator Robin Webb is also proud to support and work for all the adults in her district. Robin Webb strives to put forth the best for youth and adults alike. Whether it's in Frankfort or here at home in her district, know that Robin Webb puts you first in all of her decisions she makes. State Senator Robin Webb strives harder every day to make Kentucky a better place to work, live, and have fun.
Ashland leads the match 1-0. So we welcome you back to the Joker Lawn Care broadcast table here at East Carter High School. James Carter, happy to have you along with us here this evening. Ashland with 14 kills in the first set. Chaffins and Wiley each with 3. They also had 3 aces in the opening set of play. Ashland will serve in set number 2, trying to push their record on the season to 12-0. East Carter at 8-6 on the year with 3 consecutive wins coming into this matchup. Big thanks to our title sponsors again this year: Clark's Pump and Shops, A&A Porta Potties, and River Cities Builders, as well as all of our great sponsors you see there on the bottom right of your screen. Just jumped in with us this year for their support of high school athletics. Papa John's Pizza, Dyer's Big Sandy of Grayson, Miller Insurance, all those located right here in Grayson. Kentucky 811, the Vanceburg Plant Board, Tracer Manos Nunez, Stoltz Pharmacy, Primary Plus, Ashland Community and Technical College, First National Bank, Members Choice Credit Union. Greatly appreciate all of their great support. Osman Pharmacy and Grill up in Vanceburg. So East Carter falls in set 1, 25-12. Ashland will start things off in set number 2 with Grace Clark's service. Free ball by Burchett, lifted across. Pittman off the back row, back up to Clark. Over to Wiley with a big swing, and just like set 1 started off, it starts the same here in set 2. As Wiley goes through the double block for the point, and Ashland takes a 1-0 lead. Bush wants it on the near side pin. She gets it through the double block, and East Carter tried to save it, and it would have gone down for the point, but instead Ashland gets the point and leads it 2-0. Another attack there. That goes home for Wiley, and that gets a high five from our head coach, Jason Clark. Burchett on a free ball. Here's Clark up front. Chaffins climbs the ladder. Clark back off to the near side of Mertz with a dart, but it's too deep. Side out East Carter. They trail at 2-1. So Hallie Bush. Sperry on the back row. Clark rushing up. Tried to go on 2 and couldn't get there. Caught it on the tape, and we're even at 2. Here's Clark. Near side with Wiley. Blocked at the net, and a big double block there by Burchett. And East Carter has its first lead. Keys was also there. 3-2 Raiders. Just a little bit deep there on the service as it goes past the back line. So the service error evens things at 3. Side out Ashland. Wiley with the service. Rogers fires it across. Giles lifts it back in the middle. Keys with a free ball. Here's Chaffins into the net. Clark digs it out. They go back to Pittman on the far side pin. And then that was from the back row, Barry. And Ashland back in front 4-3. Here's Keys. Back to Pittman. And they'll get East Carter in the net. So 5-3 now, Ashland in front. Another good service by Wiley. Clark off to Pittman with a big swing and a point. And Ashland now doubling up the Raiders 6-3. Wiley from the back row, too deep. So side out Raiders. They trail it by 2. And Callie Rogers. Good service on that far line. Here's Mertz. Bush pops that one back across with the left hand. And then Clark on 2. Pops it in there for the point. Just right there in the soft spot of the defense. 7-4, Ashland. And we'll get the defensive specialist of Greer Lehman in for Sadie Chaffins. Floating service, Keys. Bush on a free ball. Clark off to Pittman with a big swing. Too stiff, though. Asking for a tip. None given. So Raiders with the side out. Here's Mertz with a right-handed tip. Here's Carly with a big swing. Bush on the back row. Now Giles into the net. So Sydney Mertz back to the service line for Ashland. High floating serve to the back row, Burchett. Clark across on 2. That time they'll get her on a double tip. Now they'll call it on a lift. They had an opportunity there for either way. So side out East Carter. Hannah Keys, sophomore. Clark scrambling. Here's Pittman. Bumps it across. Rogers picks it out of the net. Nice job by her. Clark up front, near side. Carly, big swing, and into the net on Carly. 8-7. Said actually that she made contact with the upright instead of the net, so either way, chance for the Raiders to tie it on this point here. Clark tries to go to the back row and finds another soft spot there. Perfectly picked position for her. As that'll side out for the Volley Cats and push the lead back to 2. And now Mina Pittman. And a service error there on her. So back to the Raiders it goes. Trying to force the second tie in this set. Giles with the service, good service. Clark fires it across, diving save there by Williams. Now Barry into the net. Getting scrambling and they'll get it home. So give Barry the kill and we're even at 9. Well, helter-skelter there at your best, and Our officials converging on the far side. And everything's good to go. So now they have changed the ruling. So take the point away from East Carter, give the point to Ashland, make it 10-8. Now the question is this a replay or is it a point? It appears they have switched the points. That's what they've got on the scoreboard. So we're trying to now they're making certain that the rotations are correct. So 10-8 Ashland here in set 2 now. That shifts things around after East Carter had thought it had evened the set at 9 each. Happy to have everyone along with us here tonight on Kool TV here at the Joker Lawn Care broadcast table. For all your lawn care needs, give them a call or check them out on the website at jokerlawncare.com. Here's Bush. An attack error there. Rogers near side to Bush. Back row Sperry. Here's Clark, touches it across and puts it home for the point. And Jason Clark screeching at his team, saying, let's go, acting like they're in a hurry-up offense. And through the block attempt at the net. As that one goes home for the point for East Carter. As that was Emma Berry. Bush on the near side. Mertz with a big swing through the block attempt. Running save by Berry on the back row. Free ball by Burchett up front. Back to Wiley. Giles is there. Diving save on the back row by Berry. They'll push it back to Wiley with a touch. Diving save by Bush. Here's Chaffins with a swing that goes all the way upstairs. Great volley there by both teams. And the Raiders can't play that one forward. So 15-9. I still think they missed a point, but when they messed things up earlier, I don't know how they reset it. So we'll go with what they've got here for the moment. Chaffins launches that one out of bounds. So make it 15-10. Back out to Wiley. And a big swing down that far line. She puts home kill number 6 in the match. So 16-10 now. Williams on the back row, the libero. Bush from the back row. Throws a laser beam across the tape. Here's Pittman with a big swing. Williams is right there. Burchett. Clark leaves it off to Pittman with another big swing. Williams gets it again. Raiders trying to scramble but can't get there. Seven-point lead for Ashland, and Olivia Wiley serving. And she's going to pick up an ace on that one. Caught Williams kind of in between, not certain whether to go or not. So the lead's out to 8 now. Near side to Keys, into the net. So the lead out to 9 now, and what seemed like just a moment ago, we were going to be even at 9 each. Ashland leads the match 1 game to none. 25-12 set 1 winner. There's Rogers, pokes it across. And Burchett comes right back. Take a look at here on your Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. Great court vision there by Burchett. Mertz on a back row free ball. They go back to Burchett, and she'll put it down for back-to-back kills. (19-12). And now Hallie Bush, the senior. And that one's out of bounds. Excuse me, that was actually Rogers. My mistake, I looked at the number wrong. So 20-12. Those numbers are hard to see when they're turned sideways. Bush. Pittman with a big swing, and that one goes home for the point. Puts it right on the back line. Williams on the back row. Off to Pittman. Williams again. And Cartley touches it down at the net. So 22-14. Greer Lehman for the service work, trying to close out set number 2. Big swing down the far line. That one's in for the point. Melanie Kelly. 23-14. Floating service, stepping to is Williams. Keys on the attack, Evans deep. And it's set point. The sophomore Greer Lehman trying to serve things out here in set number 2, leading by 10. Floating service, diving save Williams. Bush will fire it from just behind the attack line and gets it home. So side out Raiders, still set point for Ashland and Brianna Burchett, junior, from the back row for the service line. Rogers comes down the pipe, gives it off to Barry. Kelly down the far line and tips it out of bounds. Raiders not going quietly here in set 2. was in striking distance at nines, and it drifted away quickly, and then the service error there on Burchett will close things out in set number 2. Ashland takes set 2, 25-16. Set 3 when we return after this here on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
Back here at Grayson, the Joker Lawn Care broadcast table. James Carter, happy to have you along with us here. Ashland leading East Carter 2-0. 25-12 in set 1, 25-16 set 2. Raiders will serve it in set 3. Trying to push it into deciding set 4, then hopefully to get it out to set 5. Ashland needs one to finish things off here and pick up win number 12 on the season. Hallie Bush will start things for the Raiders. 5 seniors this year for East Carter Volleyball. Avery Giles, Emma Berry, Hallie Bush, Maddie Williams, and Kaylee Rogers. All right, so Bush to put us in play for set 3, and off we go. Here's Clark, goes off to Wiley. Wiley with a touch across and adds to her kill count tonight. She has picked up the first point in each of the 3 sets, and she drops in her 7th of the match with that ball. Her first 2 to start sets 1 and 2 went down with big swings through the net. And now Grace Clark starts things off with an ace on the back row, right on the tape. 2-0 Ashland. Now she goes with a floating service. Keys lifts it across. Clark scrambling. There's Wiley with a big swing, too stiff. Side out Raiders. If it's your first time with us here on Kool TV, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you see something you like. Click on that bell each time we put out new material to alert you to your mobile device. Now the senior Kaylee Rogers. Pittman. Clark touches it off near side. Wiley with a push down the line and puts it home. Side out Ashland. Raiders with a significant amount of its home games coming on the back end of its schedule. Great save up front by the Raiders, Kaylee Rogers, but she couldn't keep it in. Here's Keys. Draws the contact and gets the kill. Big thanks to Grayson Sporting Goods for providing our instant replays this season and all of our sports that we cover here in the fall season. Deep back, Roseberry backpedaling. Clark touches across on 2. Diving save. Raiders try to play it out of the net and can't do so. (5-2). Ashland leads it. Here comes Gabby Carley and Greer Lehman back in. East Carter will combat with Maddie Williams, the libero, for Brianna Burchett. 5-2 Ashland leads it. Lehman at the service line. Keys lofts it back into the middle. Barry will lift it across. Clark with a set up front to Carley with a big swing. Bush with a dig from the back row. Free ball by the Raiders. Clark back up front. Comes near side. Mertz into the double block, and it's out of bounds with the attack. And Mertz picks up the kill. 6-2 Ashland leads it. Rogers near side. Giles. And Giles puts home the point. (6-3) as Hannah Keys goes back to the service line. Raiders down by 3. Trailing in the match 2-0. Good service far line. Clark on 2. Bush is there. Now Rogers. Giles from the far side pin. Back corner, put it down. 8-ball corner pocket for Avery Giles. A look at it again on your Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. Back-to-back kills for the senior. Clark brings it up to Mertz on the right hand, and she's into the net. So cuts the lead down to 1. It was out to 4. Clark pushes back off to Pittman with a big swing and home for the point. Mina Pittman with another kill in the match. Gives her 6th of the night. Side out Ashland. 7-5, they lead it here in set 3. Big lofting serve from the southpaw of Sydney Mertz. Pittman with a diving save. Clark, back row Williams. Back to Bush. Across the tape, diving save. Ashland tries to play it up off the net, can't do so. (7-6). And now Avery Giles. Now the officials, after talking with the captain for Ashland, Grace Clark, brings over East Carter's captain, Hallie Bush, for a quick word. All right, back to play we go. Raiders trying to tie it up here on this ball. Here's Pittman. Big swing and a dart across the near side. And she puts home another kill. (8-6) Ashland as they side out, and Pittman goes back to the service line. Rogers leaves it upside Bush, and that one's too stiff. Free ball by the Raiders. Clark off to Wiley on a touch, got a bad set there. And then a nice pop there by Rogers on the far side that found Ashland sagging to one side and just went to the back corner for the point. Great court vision there by the senior. So now Emma Berry. Good service, Clark up front. Wiley through the double block for the point. Side out Ashland, they lead it by 3. Now the libero for the Kittens of Carly Sperry, the junior. 5 seniors on this Ashland team as well as East Carter. And she's going to pick up an ace. Sixth ace of the match for Ashland. 11-7, they lead it here in set number 3. Burchett off the tip, and somehow Chafin got it to go back down. Clark off to Wiley. Blocked at the net by Burchett. She picks it out. Free ball coming from Pittman from the back row. Here's Burchett up front. Tips it near side. There's Clark. Sperry with a bump. Back off to Wiley. Touches it across. Rogers with a fist across now. Here's Chafin on a touch near side and finds the soft spot there in the defense. (13-7) now, Ashland. Clark launches that one down, a diving save on the back row by Berry. Great job on the Raiders' back line. Wiley, another kill. Unofficially with her now with 10 in the match. And the lead is now 7 for the visiting Kittens. Deep floating service. And they'll get Burchett into the net to give the point to Ashland. 15-7 now. Here's Bush. Big swing. Chafin's down the pin. Near side Bush. Sperry on the back line. Back to Wiley on the far side pin. Into the block. Raiders dig it out. Here's Bush. Big swing, diving save. Ashland scrambling as Clark puts it back to the net. And then putting it across is Sadie Chafins. What a series there for the Kittens. You just see the back end of that, but the big thing that you can't was the fact of the save that Clark made, nearly going into a bucket full of volleyballs on the near sideline here. And Burchett through the block. Sperry off the back row. Clark leaves it off for Wiley. And a dart down that far line. When she gets going in system, she is hard to slow down. 18-8 as Ashland sides out and back to Grace Clark on the service line, its best server. Trying to close it out in straight sets here. And we'll pick up another point on that one. Here comes Caroline Lohman in, replacing Mertz. Ashland 6 points away from closing out it in straight sets. And Clark's going to pick up an ace. Ashland's 7th ace of the contest, her 3rd. 22-8 now, Ashland in front. Here's Rogers, near side to Keys. And that one's out of bounds. So Chaffins and Pittman come off. In for Ashland is Ava Daniel. And also returning is Elise Markham. Clark a knuckleball to the back row. Here's Keys with a big swing. Free ball saved by Wiley that gives Ashland a ball across. They'll come to Burchett down the pipe. And she puts it home for the point. Point side out Raiders. And Hallie Rogers to the service line. Jumping service and into the net. Daniel off, back in as Abigail Hall and Olivia Wiley at the service line. Back row attack, big ball there from Bush. There's Rogers up front, goes back to Bush. Right to Wiley on the back row. Blocked at the net. Ashland digs it out. Lohman goes cross court and puts it home. (23-9). Wiley's coming off. Back in is Melanie Kelly. And she'll go to the service line and try to close things out here for Ashland, leading 23-9 in set number 3. And fires that one into the net. So now Brianna Burchett, senior from the service line, down 23-10. Floating service, Sperry on the back row, Clark up front. Big swing, dug it on the back row, and then a touch near side by the Raiders. As Barry got it back down. Burchett with the diving save on the back row, and then Burchett starts the play up front, and Barry finishes. Great point there by the Raiders. And Markham with a big swing at the net. And that brings up match point. So put Greer Lehman at the service line, trying to close things out here in straight sets. Floating service to the back row. Rogers bumps it up. Here's Bush on the attack for the point. So now Hannah Keys. Burchett steps off. Back in is Maddie Williams. A big swing up front. As ever from Hall, it goes out of bounds. Good service by Keys. Lohman pushes it back toward Hall. Bumps it across, bumped at the net. Raiders play it up. And a nice touch at the net there by Barry for another point. And the Raiders not going quietly. One thing about East Carter, it's played from behind much of the game, but it is not laid down whatsoever. It has been a feisty opponent the whole way through. Great job by Giles. Barry pushes it across. Here's Rogers. Near side Bush with a big swing and a point. As she puts it home for the kill. Clip the tape as it went across, but it's just enough to get it home for the point. Deep service, that one's out of bounds, and that'll do it. So Ashland wins it by a final score of 25-15 in set 3, and they win it in straight sets by a final score of 3-0. Here's some final numbers for you. For Ashland, Wiley leads the way with 11 kills. Chaffins has 8. Pittman with 7. 7 aces for the Kittens, 3 of those from Grace Clark. Burchett paces East Carter with 5 kills. They had 3 aces. Bush had 2. So with the win, Ashland goes to 12-0. East Carter falls to 8-7. That's it for us here tonight. Big thanks to everyone here at East Carter High School, as well as everyone at the Kool Sports Network. My camera operator tonight was Felicia Collier. Again, Ashland wins tonight in straight sets, 25-12 in set 1, 25-16 in set 2, and 25-15 in set 3. That's it for us tonight. For Felicia Carr and everyone at the Kool Sports Network, I'm James Carter. Say goodnight. Thanks for tuning in here on Kool TV.
Thank you for watching Kentucky High School Volleyball on Kool TV. This broadcast of Kentucky High School Volleyball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Kool Sports Network and Kool TV.